going on, everybody? Rob here to do my top 10 favorite CDs of 2018. I don't buy a whole lot of CDs, and the only time I buy CDs is when it's not available in vinyl anymore. So I figured I'd do this. I think I bought about 24 this whole year of CD-wise, but I'm only going to do the top 10 because I just don't want to fill a list just to fill a list, you know. I mean, they're good CDs, but they wouldn't make a top of my CD list if I had a choice. My dog, again. So I just made a top 10 list. Again, this is my opinion. Some of these you will know, some of these you may not know. But all these are absolutely great CDs in my opinion. I would recommend every one of them. Every one of them I would recommend. I think it runs the gamut here, so it could be anything from hard rock to heavy metal, power metal. I don't think there's any, yeah, there is some thrash in here. But anyway, let's go. I'm gonna start off and I'll give you maybe a track or two I find to be best off this. I will also put in my description, I will link every band and at least one song to their, so you guys can check them out if you want. Anyway, the first one is a really unknown woman who's a damn good guitarist, and her name is Lynch. Got this from her, obviously, signed. The album I can never remember the name is called Evil Enough. This is a good hard rock, verging a little bit of metal. She does vocals as well. The big songs in here for me are the first two actually, Evil Enough and Antidote. She sings on about half the songs, and then she has a bunch of guest people in there. It's all big names that I cannot remember off the back. Give me 1 second, guys. Vinny Peace plays drums. Mark Bowles does lead and backing vocals. Bjorn England does bass. Most of that's her, but she has a bunch of guest people on here too. Where they at? And everybody from Phil Susan, I don't know how to say his name. Brenton Woods, Vinny Peace, Vinnie Moore, Steve Vai, Doogie White. I mean, there's so many. She knows a lot of freaking people apparently. Anyway, that's number 10. And again, it's nothing spectacular, but I enjoyed the CD that much that I put it on my list. Number 9 is a newer band. This is on Rocks Records, and this is probably my heaviest favorite of the year, definitely CD-wise, and that's Crushing the Deceiver. This one's called Crushing the Deceiver, self-titled, right? Yeah, self-titled. This is heavy thrash, verging on slight death metal. But it is Christian based, so it's more of a white death metal. Great band. I think it's a 3-piece band. I think they're a 4-piece now. I actually won the CD from the band, so I didn't have to buy it. The big song on here for me is Angel's Armor. The title track, Crushing the Deceiver. My two favorite tracks on this album. In God's Hands is really good too. A phenomenal, heavy thrash, verging on death metal band. A California thrash, modern thrash style. Stop it. Next is a band I cannot remember where they're from. I think they're out of Sweden. The band's called Denied. This is their 4th album. This is by far their best. The original singer was, he sings for Jaded Heart now. Jacob, shit. I should really research this shit because I always forget. Falburn or something like that. Anyway, there's a new singer on this, and this is their best album in my opinion overall. And it's called Freedom of Speech by Denied. This is a heavy metal, power metal, tiny bit touches of thrash here and there. This whole CD is good. I like every, whoops, broken. This whole CD is good. Let's see, Alive, the opening track, Scarred Soul, and the Freedom of Speech. And they do cover Twisted Sister Say Hungry, which is actually pretty damn good. But yeah, just a 4-piece band. Slip Trick Records. It's tough to come by. I had a big time problem getting this damn CD. Was that 8? Number 7. I don't know how to say this name. This is like, I think their second or third album. I can't remember. I have one that I can remember, so I think this is their second. And the band's called Ethernity, or Ethernity. Symphonic, power, progressive metal, that sci-fi kind of feel. Female fronted. She has a really, really good voice. I'm not going to pull it out of the sleeve. Stupid digipacks. The album's called what? The Human Race Extinction. Highly recommend this. If you're a fan of female singers, you'll love this. A lot of my CDs here are female singers. The songs on here, the title track again, The Human Race Extinction, is great. Artificial Soul. Chaos Architect is another one, good. But this whole CD again is good. I'd recommend everything on every CD here, to be honest with you. Next is a band out of New York, a very small band, very unknown. A band called Station. And this is called Something to the Moon, More Than the Moon. This is a new release from this year. This is their second release. And this is very AOR-ish. This is the kind of stuff that brings you back to the day when you were listening to the radio and hair metal was popular. The AOR, hair metal, this is kind of exactly what this is, but today. Think Danger Danger, but not the dirty lyrics that Danger Danger seems to have. Great band. Look them up on Facebook and Bandcamp. It's just a phenomenal album. It's one of those albums that just take you back. You put it on, you think you're in the 80s. Where are we at? Number 6? I ain't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, number 6 is a band called Raven Black, and the album is called 13. Another autographed CD. This is essentially a long EP. It's 7 songs. How do I explain this band? They look like they sound like they look. They're heavy. They go from almost a kitty voice where she sings to like a death metal growl. It's a really, really good album. This is their second long EP, and the best. You can tell this had more production behind it. But it has heavy songs, it has middle of the road songs. It's very, songs like Monster, Sticks and Stones is the best song on here. Monster's great, Dollhouse. Everything on here. Everything on here is really, really good. Band's called Raven Black and the album's called 13. Alright, number 4. This is a new album to me, but I've already heard it a lot. A lot of stuff I download from a Russian site. So I listen to a lot of this stuff before I even get it sometimes. Like when I can't get the vinyl yet or something like that, I do listen to all this stuff. Otherwise I wouldn't put it on the list. And that's the one I showed you guys the other day called Divine Ascension, called The Uncovering. This is their, I think third or fourth release. Gennifer Lord, I think her name is, sings them. She's got a great, it's such a clean vocal she does, and it fits really well. This is very, again, like the Ethernity, it's very symphonic, power, progressive oriented. Not heavily on the progressive like you would think. Has elements of Dream Theater. I guess you could say. Very much in the power vein. This band's out of Australia. I mean, again, another song that's fantastic. The first two tracks, Evermore and Prisoner, are fantastic. And track 4 is called Pursuit of Desire, which is a duet with Tommy England. But the whole CD is great. It's got a real slow song when you get towards the end called Bittersweet. Just a fantastic album overall. That's why it's number 4. And number 3 is a band called Salems Lot. The album is called Mask of Morality. This is their second album. Actually, I guess you could say this is their first full-length album. This has, 10 songs on it. They actually released it as 2 EPs initially, like digital EPs, and then they made it one album. Come on, Pops, stop. They look very hair glam, and they have touches of that. This runs the gamut of AOR, hair metal, metal, even heavy metal sometimes. It's all over the place. And this is a concept album overall. Really good. If you like that late 80s, early 90s with a touch of heavy elements, you'll love this. The song on here I might love the most. It's so 80s. It's called Fatal Attraction. Shattered to Pieces is great. What was that? The other one? What's the other song? Oh, Royal Desperado. Because I'm not showing all of it inside. It don't matter. Anyway, number 3 is Salems Lot, Mask of Morality. Number 2 is another female fronted band. I think half these were. And that's a band called I Say Collibus. I don't know how it's said, but that's how I say it. Again, I think this is their second album. This blows away the first one that I have. They may have 3. It's called Trusting the Illusion. She is a powerhouse singer. Like power. I mean, she can take it low, get it up there high. More in a range of sounding more like a man power. She has that power, like the chick from Battle Beast. I hear elements of Ann Wilson in her voice sometimes as well. Collibus, Trusting the Illusion. The songs on here, all of them. The whole fucking album is twice number 2. Is fantastic. If you buy 2 albums all year long, I'd recommend this one CD-wise and the next one coming up. Number 1, I was late to the party with this. Again, I always hope for vinyl, so if I think there's a chance for it, I'll wait on the CD. And so I picked this up like 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember now, but it's been a constant play when I play CDs. Like since I've had it, I probably played this thing about 50 times, and I kid you not, that's no joke. And this is on Brutal Planet Records, and it's a band called Peacemaker. The album is called Concrete and Terra. I really wish they would put this on vinyl, but to my understanding, it's never going to happen. It didn't sell that well, which I do not understand. If you like pure heavy metal with a modern production, this is it, man. This has Ronnie Monroe, Metal Church fame. Christ, he does a lot of stuff that I can't recall right now. He did a couple albums with Metal Church. He did Rainbow, I think, for a while. I can't remember. And then the guitar player is from a band. Yeah, Scott Miller. Guitar and backing vocals. He has a very... it's really surprising because he has a very, very Zakk Wylde sound in this, but heavier, like the old Zakk Wylde. And he comes off of like an AOR band called Romeo Riot. So I was quite surprised how heavy this is versus that. and it's the same guitar player. So clearly he's very, very versatile. Let's see. Let's see the other guys in the band. Scott Miller, who I just mentioned. Ronnie Monroe. BJ Zampa. And how many names those guys? Oh, there we go. And R.C. Syriac as bass player. So basically the guitar player and the Ronnie Monroe are the biggest thing. But this thing screams, man. The opening track is called Bloodlust, one of my favorite tracks off of it. It just, from the very start, it locks you in. Again, it's that metal. If you like pure heavy metal, Ronnie, it might be his best vocals. I didn't like him with Metal Church, but my God, he soars on this as well. And he has range like you wouldn't believe, and just a fantastic album. If I could recommend one CD you buy this year, number one, obviously I would say Peacemaker, Concrete and Terra. Bloodlust, great song. When Insanity Speaks, great song. Me Enemy is awesome as well. They're all, everything. Social Suicide, everything on this album is fantastic. Both these albums. I mean, this is kind of like a 1B, it's so good. But I had to pick a number one, and for me, Peacemaker, Concrete and Terra. If you're a metalhead, if you're a hard rock person, you will love this album. I would bet there's no way, as a hard rock metal guy, even the heavier guys out there, you know, thrash and death metal, that you won't like this album. Anyway, guys, there's my top 10 CDs of 2018. I'm going to be doing 2 more episodes of this. I'm going to be doing, I'm not sure how many reissues, but I'm going to be doing a top 10, top 18 reissues of the year next. And then I'm going to do my top 18 albums of 2018 on vinyl. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys find something you like. And I'll talk to you real soon with the next installment of the best of 2018. Y'all have a good night.